In the 21st century, geopolitical power is no longer measured solely in tanks and missiles, but in narratives, perception management, and digital influence. A key actor in this new arena is the People's Republic of China, PRC, which has adopted sophisticated information warfare strategies to extend its global influence. While traditional soft power seeks to attract through cultural appeal and values, China increasingly employs sharp power, a term coined by the National Endowment for Democracy to describe manipulative influence efforts targeting open societies. This essay explores the nature of China's information warfare, its sharp power strategies, key tools and tactics, global implications, and the challenges it poses to liberal democracies. The concept of sharp power. Sharp power lies between soft and hard power. Unlike soft power, which persuades through appeal, and hard power, which coerces through force or payments, sharp power penetrates and manipulates information environments in target countries. It distorts political discourse, censors dissent, and undermines democratic debate. China's sharp power relies on exploiting the openness of democratic systems while insulating its own information space from foreign influence. Through media, academia, social platforms, and cultural institutions, China projects a sanitization of its reality while silencing criticism and exporting authoritarian norms. Historical background. From Mao to the Internet. Information manipulation is not new to China. During the Maoist era, propaganda played a central role in unifying ideology and controlling the population. With the rise of digital platforms and global communication networks, China's tactics evolved. Under President Xi Jinping, propaganda and information control were elevated to a national security priority. Xi declared that telling China's story well was essential to the Communist Party's legitimacy. The result is a hybrid strategy that merges internal censorship with external influence, an inward firewall and an outward megaphone. Chinese information warfare, goals and logic. The strategic goals of China's information warfare include 1. Maintaining regime stability by controlling internal discourse. 2. Shaping international narratives to promote a positive image of China. 3. Dividing adversaries, especially in democratic societies. 4. Undermining support for Taiwan, Tibet, Hong Kong, and dissident movements. 5. Redefining norms in international governance, human rights, and cyber sovereignty. This logic aligns with the CCP's long-term vision of achieving national rejuvenation and reshaping the global order in ways more favorable to authoritarian governance. Main tools and channels. China's information warfare employs a range of tools. 1. State-controlled media outlets like CGTN, China Daily, and Xinhua operate globally in multiple languages. They produce slick content that promotes Beijing's perspectives on development, stability, and diplomacy, often framing China as a benevolent, peaceful alternative to the West. 2. Cyber operations. China's cyber activities include hacking and data theft, e.g. targeting political parties or dissidents, bot networks and troll farms that amplify state narratives, coordinated disinformation campaigns, especially during political crises or pandemics. 3. Social media influence. Chinese influence operations exploit Facebook, Twitter, X, TikTok, and YouTube. Although these platforms are banned in China, they are used to amplify pro-China messages abroad. Tactics include creating fake accounts to flood conversations, spreading conspiracy theories, e.g. about COVID-19 origins, discrediting democratic institutions or protests, e.g. in Hong Kong or the US. 4. Academic and cultural fronts. Confucius Institutes, university partnerships, and overseas scholarships promote Chinese culture, but they also carry censorship risks. In many cases, institutions hosting Confucius Institutes have avoided topics sensitive to the CCP. Additionally, Beijing pressures foreign academics and publishers to remove references to Taiwan, Tibet, and Tiananmen Square, subtly enforcing China's narrative abroad. 5. Diaspora influence and coercion. China targets overseas Chinese communities with propaganda and surveillance. Through United Front work, Beijing encourages loyalty, monitors dissenters, and sometimes uses threats to silence criticism. 6. Economic leverage as messaging tool. Countries or corporations that criticize China often face sudden economic retaliation, such as tourism bans, import restrictions, or access denial. This punish the critic model creates a chilling effect in public discourse. Case studies. COVID-19 disinformation. In the early stages of the pandemic, China suppressed domestic whistleblowers. Later, it launched disinformation campaigns to deflect blame and promote alternative narratives, including the virus originated in a US lab. China's authoritarian model handled the crisis better than democracies. Western criticism was racially or geopolitically motivated. Hong Kong protests 2019 to 2020. During the pro-democracy protests, Chinese media and trolls depicted protesters as violent extremists. Meanwhile, coordinated videos, posts, and comments on Western platforms framed Beijing as a stabilizing force. Taiwan elections. China regularly interferes in Taiwanese politics through disinformation, fake polls, and support for pro-unification candidates. It also spreads rumors to weaken public trust in democratic institutions and the military. Sharp power versus soft power. Unlike soft power, associated with voluntary attraction, sharp power involves infiltration, distortion, and manipulation. It does not aim to make foreign publics love China, but rather to neutralize criticism, sow confusion and cynicism, create an illusion of consensus around authoritarian governance. While China also uses soft power, e.g., pandas, Silk Road culture, sharp power has become its signature weapon in global information spaces. Global reactions and countermeasures. Several governments have started pushing back. United States declared Chinese media as foreign missions, shut down Confucius Institutes, and launched counter-disinformation efforts. European Union established task forces to monitor foreign influence operations. Australia introduced foreign interference laws and restricted Chinese political donations. Taiwan leads the way in countering Chinese disinformation using AI, media literacy programs, and proactive fact-checking. Yet responses remain fragmented, and liberal societies often struggle to balance openness with resilience. Ethical and political implications. China's sharp power poses difficult dilemmas. How can democracies counter propaganda without curbing free speech? How can media remain independent while resisting foreign financial or editorial influence? What limits should exist on academic partnerships with authoritarian states? Failure to address these challenges risks normalizing censorship, self-censorship, and authoritarian values in global discourse. Conclusion. China's information warfare and sharp power represent a formidable challenge to the integrity of democratic institutions and the openness of global information systems. Its strategy blends narrative warfare, cyber tools, economic pressure, and cultural diplomacy in ways that exploit the vulnerabilities of free societies. As democracies grapple with rising polarization and digital fragmentation, resilience requires not just technical solutions, but also renewed commitment to transparency, media literacy, and democratic values. Ultimately, the battle for information is a battle for truth and for the political imagination of the 21st century.